In retrospect, XXXTentacion had a very short career in the music industry. During his time in the industry though, he released a solid amount of music, releasing 2 studio albums, 2 EPs, and the Members Only Volume 3 compilation album. And fans know that before he started releasing on DSPs, he had a huge abundance of music on SoundCloud. However, a large majority of his earliest songs on SoundCloud were taken down, some of which were leaked, but many of which were lost forever. Today I'm going to be looking at a handful of lost and leaked songs from X's career that are probably unknown to most fans. I'm not going to talk about all of his lost songs, but the ones that I find most interesting. First I'm going to talk about 2 singles, and then I'm going to talk about his lost mixtapes, since there's a lot more of those and they're pretty interesting. So let's get into it. So the first single I want to talk about is Slumped Whip. Although it's not entirely lost, it's one of X's first songs ever, and it was deleted off the internet for a while until fans group bought the acapella, but the instrumental was still missing. So they put the acapella vocals over an instrumental and made it into a song.
Light skinned bitch and she look like Keisha. Had to queef for me so she look like Keisha.
Another interesting one is called Netflix and Chill. It's by Hotboy Caleb featuring X and Ski. There's a really popular version with a remix beat, but the OG version is a lot less popular. The main reason I'm including this one is because Ski said his pistol is as big as a Tonka, so I think he deserves a little credit for the whole Tonka wave. Anyways, let's get into the mixtapes where there's a lot more lost songs to find. The CD mixtape was X's first known mixtape that he mentioned on Twitter. Like X said in his tweets, it was released on Facebook and supposedly burned onto CDs as well. Apparently there were 10 to 12 songs on it, but fans only know of 3, those 3 songs being an early version of the song Flock, Glimpse, and Rapture. The mixtape was most likely turned into his next debut mixtape, Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa was kind of X's debut mixtape before it was deleted. It was worked on between 2012 and 2013. He also tweeted about this one quite a bit. There were 5 songs on it. News/Flock, which he says in his No Jumper interview is his first song, most likely because he wanted that to be known as his first song. The second song is Whores on the Boards, which is a remix of Pusha T's song, Numbers on the Boards. The third song is The End Is Nigh, which we only have the instrumental for, and a bunch of fake versions, and as you'll find in this video, there's a lot of fake versions of songs out there, so it's kind of hard to distinguish what's real and what's not, but he claimed in 2013 on Twitter that The End Is Nigh was his best song so far. He had a song called Euphoria, which only the instrumental was leaked, but the mixtape was deleted and most of his songs were moved to his next debut mixtape called XXX. XXX is I guess what we could call X's debut mixtape, which was released in 2014. It was made up mostly of songs from the previous tapes. The tracklist is rumored to include Vice City, which is X's oldest song still on his SoundCloud to this day. It also included The End Is Nigh, Whores on the Boards, and News/Flock 2. The songs Molly, Alone, which is the prequel to Alone Part 2 and Part 3, which is on the Question Mark album, and Palm Trees have all leaked. The songs Roughneck, 21, and SDS are all lost. Roughneck and SDS are remixes to the songs Roughneck by MC Lyte and SDS by Mac Miller, so we do have the instrumentals. It seems like X really liked to remix songs a lot at the time. Then 21, which was an acapella, is still lost. X tweeted about the song a couple of times, saying he thought that it had a lot of potential. Ice Hotel is a mixtape from 2014 that is mostly leaked and features some of X's first songs with Ski. There are 7 known songs, but the description of the mixtape on SoundCloud suggested that there were more songs that would later be released. It featured the popular song Inuyasha and a bunch of other songs that were all found and leaked. But the same day he released the project, he tweeted out that he released a song called Icy, which has been lost. It's believed that he was rapping over the instrumental for Space Ghost Perp's song Icy. The Nobodies is a collaborative EP between X, Ski, and a producer by the name of Yan. It was worked on between 2014 and 2015, released in 2015, but was later deleted. Multiple tracks were leaked, one of which was the intro, the song Dragonheart, which is probably one of the most low-key leaks X has, and he's using autotune, so it's super interesting. The songs that were lost were called Nervous, Alone Part 0, Expect Glory, Nostalgia, The Shuttle, Life Can Wait, Windows, and The Fruit. We know a lot of these songs were on the tape because X was frequently tweeting about them at the time. Alone Part 0 is particularly interesting because it comes before Alone Part 1, 2, and 3, and I would love to hear that one. The Fruit has the instrumental leaked, and these lyrics were tweeted by the producer. Life Can Wait also has a snippet that was leaked, but it's very short with very awful quality. Heartbreak Hotel is an EP that X released in 2015 and then deleted. Most of the songs were leaked, including Teeth, which is still up on his SoundCloud today. The tracklist is kind of confusing since at the time he was tweeting out a bunch of random groups of songs together, but the songs that are assumed to be on the project and are lost are called Company, Glass House, Eyes, Ribs, and Lips. Not even an instrumental has been found for any of these tracks. It's possible they were turned into other tracks or they're just completely lost. Kids was a project by X that was worked on in 2016 but was scrapped. A lot of the songs were leaked, but the songs Nicotine Teens and Dirty Fingernails were thought to be on the project and were lost. They were mentioned in a tweet alongside other songs from the project, which leads people to believe that they were supposed to be on the project. Red Light District is one of X's most sought after lost projects. From what we have heard, it's supposed to be one of his eeriest and darkest sounding projects to date. The song Red was rumored to be X's darkest and most disturbing song, but when it was leaked, fans were disappointed when it was just X repeating "She Can't Let It Go" over and over.
She can't let it go.
X also tweeted about the song, saying he was going to release one called The Devil's Playground, The Red Light Lie, which was eventually turned into Red or vice versa. Love Interlude was also leaked. The songs Number 1, Erotica, and Red Light District are still lost. The producer of the title track released the instrumental, saying that X recorded on it before he blew up, so the producer never got that file. Bad Vibes Forever, the 2016 edition, is one of the most interesting projects on this list to me. This project was teased by X in 2016 with a whole track list and feature list. This is an album that's completely separate from the Bad Vibes Forever that was released posthumously, but it was scrapped with almost all of the songs being lost. It's rumored that the feature list was people that he wanted on it and didn't actually have all these features, which could be true based on multiple people's accounts. It's really disappointing though that this was never released because the 17-song track list sounds pretty good. Instead, he released the album 17 the following year. The song Selfless vocals were leaked in a snippet and were actually eventually used in Donda 2.
Selfish, I just wish you all to my home. These bitches won't leave me alone.
In my opinion, those vocals were fantastic, and it's crazy that vocals from a scrapped project from 2016 were released on Kanye's new album. The lyrics for the song Might Off Myself for 2017 were confirmed on a Periscope Live where he rapped the lyrics to viewers. Run Forest Run was tweeted about and was supposed to feature Ski, but nothing's been heard of it since. Young Brats and Buy Garrett's Clothing are the only two songs that were released from the project. Another interesting fact is that Depression and Obsession is on the track list, and it includes features, but as we know, it was released on 17 without the features, and it was really good. It's one of my favorite X songs. Death Note is a collab EP with Wi-Fi's Funeral that was teased by Wi-Fi and retweeted by X. He tweeted it in 2016, but obviously nothing has been heard about it since. In 2020, a fan asked Wi-Fi in Instagram comments if it was ever recorded, and Wi-Fi responded no. It's possible that Mannequin was supposed to be on this, but no one's sure. Honestly, I'm really disappointed that this album does not exist because they are a really good duo. After getting out of jail, X said in an interview that he planned on working on multiple projects, including I Need Jesus. Supposedly, it was going to be hosted by DJ Carnage and co-prod by Stain, but nothing is known about the track list and it may have never been started. Also, I have no idea if the cover art I showed is real, and it's probably not, since there was never any official cover art that was posted. Anyways, let me know what lost songs you guys want to hear in the comments below. Like I said, I didn't talk about all of them, but I talked about some of the most interesting ones. I really wish that the original Bad Vibes Forever would be released because that's honestly, in my opinion, one of his best eras of music, and also, of course, if the Wi-Fi tape was recorded, I 1,000,000% would need to hear that because they make great songs together. If you guys like this video, you might like the video where I dive into the real backstory behind Juice WRLD's Goodbye and Good Riddance. It's actually about a single girl and it's pretty interesting. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. This has been Matty Balls, and I'll see you guys next time.